This is a follow-up to the video that I did covering Jeff Gray's visit to the Ocean Springs City Hall. You remember Ocean Springs? That's where Officer D. Wilder here got pissed off because Jeff was out there exercising his constitutionally protected rights.
So what are we doing?
God bless the homeless veterans.
I heard you the first time. Why don't you answer my question? What are you doing?
God bless the homeless veterans.
All right, you need to go somewhere else.
Why is that?
Because you can't solicit here on the property.
God bless the homeless veterans.
God bless them too. And have a nice day. I'm a veteran myself. And move.
God bless the homeless veterans.
ID, please.
For what?
Did I just tell you to move?
Why are you telling me?
Because you can't be here.
Why?
Because I said.
Just because you said?
Yeah, you're on city property.
Yeah, I am. Can't tell me to leave.
I can tell you to leave.
I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity, sir. Look,
Really?
you've got one of two choices.
Oh, I do. So you're telling me I have.
Officer, have one of two choices. You can respect my civil rights, or you can violate my civil rights. Which one's it going to be?
I'm going to go tell the mayor, and when the mayor comes out here to tell you to leave and you refuse, then I'm going to arrest you.
Yep, that's Officer D. Wilder threatening to arrest an American on American soil where the supreme law of the land is supposed to be the Constitution. This guy's supposed to have just one job: protect and defend the Constitution, which means protect and defend the rights of every single American. You kind of failed at that job, didn't you, Wilder?
Drop down and work off 20 donuts.
And believe it or not, D. Wilder is still employed with the Ocean Springs Police Department. If you go to the Ocean Springs Police Department Facebook page, they have now limited who can comment on their posts. And that's probably because normal Americans are sick and tired of tyrannical actions coming out of officers like D. Wilder. Their failure to allow people to freely air their grievances on their public page is a violation of the public's First Amendment rights. But this is definitely consistent with the quality of people that this police department churns out. We'll get back to some of these comments from an outraged public in a minute, but first, believe it or not, the courts have ruled that public officials can't block critics on Facebook. One of the core purposes of the First Amendment is to allow people, regardless of their viewpoint, to hold the government accountable through expression. So if your elected representative or a police department has an official social media page like Facebook, where public officials or departments invite comments, they cannot block you from criticizing them. In January of 2019, the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that the interactive portion of a public official's Facebook page, which also includes police departments, is a public forum. So an official cannot block people from it because of the opinions they hold. The case arose after the chair of a local board of supervisors in Virginia, Phyllis Randall, briefly blocked a critic from her official Facebook page and deleted a comment he made about her colleagues and their management of public funds. The critic, Brian Davidson, filed a lawsuit arguing that Randall had violated his First Amendment rights by removing him from a public forum, a space the government makes available for people's expressive activity. And why did Phyllis remove his comments? Because she disagreed with his views. Good old public official Phyllis countered that she has the authority to control the page's content, including the comments. By the way, Trump used some of the same arguments in a lawsuit against him for blocking people on Twitter. A law firm filed a friend of the court brief in support of Davidson, arguing that officials cannot prevent people from joining in a public conversation because of their viewpoints. And the three-judge appeals court agreed. Now, it's true that people who hold public office can wear two hats. Sometimes they act as private individuals, and other times they are government actors. While they maintain their First Amendment rights when acting as private individuals, they're subject to the limits of the First Amendment placed on government whenever they're doing government work. As the court rightly held in Davidson versus Randall, that includes any time they're controlling a Facebook page they maintain in their official roles. Specifically, the court recognized that when public officials or departments use a Facebook page as a tool of governance, That is, when they use it to inform the public about government work, for example, they are controlling the page as government actors. And if they open that page to public comment, the interactive space of the Facebook page constitutes a public forum. The fact that the page exists on a website owned by a private company doesn't change that. That means when public officials and departments block critics from the page because of their viewpoints, like the Ocean Springs, Mississippi Police Department is currently doing, they violate the Constitution. The right to criticize the government is at the very heart of the First Amendment. The court specifically recognized blocking as infringing on that right, noting that blocking someone in order to silence criticism of government work is itself evidence of government action. So back to the Ocean Springs Police Department Facebook page. That shows by their actions that they hate the First Amendment. This person right here was able to post Jeff Gray's video stating, "Wilder is a stain on the Ocean Springs, Mississippi Police Department. Because of his behavior, the Ocean Springs Police Department is now censoring comments on their Facebook page." What a joke. And I love the comments because under this post for the Ocean Springs Police Department job fair, you got a lot of people just posting, "God bless the homeless vets." Has Officer D. Wilder been reprimanded for violating the rights of the citizen with the small sign? Yes, I was wondering if you could tell me what the First and Fourth Amendments are. Ocean Springs PD is limiting who can interact with their page because people are redressing their grievances about Sergeant Wilder violating constitutional rights. That is also illegal. Please correct them before they dig too deep a hole for themselves. And again, under this jobs fair post, jobs but no civil rights. Ocean Springs, the Constitution-free zone. Until you publicly address your Officer Wilder problem, you will likely find difficulty attracting solid candidates for your city. What should we talk about? I know. Let's talk about how their city police officers and the mayor like to violate the rights of American veterans while standing in front of the Veteran Memorial. I think they mean City Hall. And how cops now believe there aren't any law-abiding citizens, just people they can bully and intimidate just to inflate their own sense of worth or get an adrenaline rush when they exert their power over us common people. Is the police department going to demonstrate here at this job fair how they don't care about the U.S. Constitution? Brittany says she put in an application to be an Ocean Springs cop. Thank you very much for hosting this. Currently putting my application in. It was great talking to you officers and learning about the great things you guys do. And some people responded to Brittany. You must not be too smart. Do you plan on arresting and citing officers that break the law? Holding them accountable? Or are you blue line gang? The bottom line is people are getting fed up with Constitution trampling tyrants. And this is just one of the posts. Every single one of the posts, while people were still able, gave them a lot of grief for Officer D. Wilder's actions. And rightly so. Don't forget to check out Jeff Gray's video. I'll leave the link in the description. If you want to support this channel, all the links are underneath this video. Remember, freedom is dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having it. And American cops are doing a pretty good job making sure we don't have rights. I'll see you in the next video.